Hey guys, my dear students. I thought of sharing something which I used to talk about long back in one of my programs for adults. It was called, or in fact, it is called Uncommon Reality, and it was a 3 days workshop. And one of the things that I used to discuss with my participants from different backgrounds, right from your VPs of multinational corporations to your business people to your project managers, homemakers, students. So there was this different set of people joining me in my program called the Uncommon Reality, and I'm going to teach you something, or I'm going to share with you something that I used to teach in this program. Now it's going to be a little, maybe a little deep here, right? So quoting from the Upanishads, the quote is, "You are what your deep driving desire is. You are what your deep driving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. As your deed is, so is your destiny." You see, a lot of people, believe in a predetermined destiny and all that, right? I have a different take about it. I believe that, you have this thing called free will, but then again, it's subject to debate and argument whether we have this thing called free will, because you see, now if you understand, if we try to decode the Upanishad here, it says, you are what your deep driving desire is. So what you desire deep inside, and something that drives you is something that makes you take action, something that pulls you towards it. And most of us are not aware of this deep driving desire. Most of us are not. And usually a deep driving desire for a human being is a calling, a purpose the person has in this world. These purposes that we have as human beings are usually outside ourselves. That means to say, it is usually connected to a larger context where you end up doing something that would make this world a better place to live. It can be making, it can start off with your family as well, right? So here, when we talk about this deep driving desire, now it also says that as your desire is, so is your will. Now you see, talking about free will. Now free will is not free because it is dictated. Now when we decode the Upanishad, it says your free will is, the strings are pulled by your desire. The strings of the free will, okay, the will that you have, right? Now the strings of this will are pulled by your desire. So it becomes paramount, or it becomes, it is of paramount importance to you that you really sit and go deep within and ask yourself, what is your deep down desire? Because we are bombarded with advertisements, we are bombarded with the mainstream media, and we end up altering what our desires are. I'm not talking about these desires that are mainstream, getting a car or finishing a particular degree or getting yourself a house. All these are basic things. I'm not against them, I'm not for them. Yes, I live in a good house, I drive beautiful cars, that's a different thing. But then I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a deep down desire. Why is it important that you really get inside and understand what this deep down desire is? It's because your will is under the control of this desire. And when the will is under the control of this desire, that is to say, as your desire is, so is your will. And as your will is, so is your deed. Right? Whatever you do, your deeds, your actions, your behaviors, all right? So that depends on the will, and the will depends on the desire. And whatever you do in this world, as your deed is, so is your destiny. Now see, this is big. As your deed is, so is your destiny. A lot of people, we tend to understand what destiny is, right? So, destiny here, when we look at the dictionary, it says the events that will necessarily happen to a particular person or thing in the future. So, now when we try to decode the Upanishad here, it says your destiny is dependent on the deeds. Now, you see, your behavior plays a very important role here, because what is destiny? It is not actually an event waiting to happen to you in the future. That is not it, because the future is happening right now. The way you live right now, you're living your destiny. What else there is to it? Is there, a particular date where you go, you embrace your destiny? You, like they say, you date with your destiny, on so and so date, maybe 10th of October 2031, that is when you're going to meet your destiny. No, that is not it. Destiny, now the dictionary here, I would like to disagree. The events that will necessarily happen to a particular person in the future. No, what I think is the events that are happening right now with you, and how you choose to respond to those events, and the way you behave every day, every moment of your life, that is what your destiny is. You are choosing your behavior, and then you can easily find an escape route when things do not work. You can just blame it on something outside you, and that's called destiny. Destiny is not something outside you, it is already something inside you, and that is connected to your deeds, your everyday behaviors, your activities, and your deeds are connected to your willpower, and your willpower, your will is connected to your deep driving desire. And if you do not spend time to find out your deep driving desire, your purpose in life, where you live fully, where you actualize yourself, what happens is you would engage in having random goals for yourself in your life, right? You will be a person who gets influenced by the mainstream media, the ads and all that. So you end up setting yourself goals like, okay, this is really important to me, I need to get that car, and your desire becomes to, is your car now, and your will, the way you're going to use your willpower would be related to that car, and all your deeds would go there, and then that is what becomes your destiny. And here you're actually playing small. You are cut out to do big things, but then you need to go inside and find what it is. See, I am a student and I happen to read a lot. And what I've seen is people who achieve big things in life, people who influence a lot of other people and all that, be it anybody, be it, a business person like Steve Jobs, or an actor like Jim Carrey, Will Smith, all these people, when you look at them, they talk about this, finding your purpose. Why you're here? Do you think you were here to pay some bills and, engage in monotony and your daily rituals and all that? Think about it for a moment. Or are you here to do something great, something magnificent? That's a question that you should be asking yourself. Because you become what you believe. You become what you believe. And what you believe, if you want to understand what you believe, there's another quote from Bible. I just spoke about the Upanishad. Now going to the Bible, I'm paraphrasing. I'm a student. I'm no master of all these scriptures, but then I try to understand as much as I can. It says, you shall know them by their fruits. You shall know yourself by looking at the fruits that you produce in your life. That is, look around you, the way your life is, at your relationships, look at your health, look at what you're manifesting in life. The moment you look at your results in life, your results are your fruits. The moment you look at the fruits in life, you would know what, you would get exposed to your thinking, your beliefs. That is how you get to know what you believe in. Look at your behavior. Now let's say you are a chain smoker and you say that you believe in spectacular and scintillating health. That's a contradiction, right? You don't actually believe in it. You just have an idea about it. Because what you believe manifests in your life, That is what your fruits are all about. Okay, so find out what are the fruits that you would want to have in life. Find out your deep down desire. Go within, and I'm engaging in this activity too. This pandemic has taught me quite a few lessons, right? So even I'm going to meditate on this, think about this. And meditation, you need not just sit someplace, close your eyes and breathe and just, visualize. No, it can be, you can jog and meditate. You can meditate while you are in a conversation with someone. I can meditate when I'm talking to you. It's a state of flow that I'm talking about. So it can be a long run, a long jog, and you keep asking yourself, what do I do to make myself a better person? What do I do to make this world a better place? How do I help other people? How do I help other creatures, regardless of race, religion? How do I go beyond the boundaries that mankind has set itself, them versus us and all that? So how do I go beyond, and how do I help people? Now, one small example, you need not do great things. You can be maybe a doctor and help people. Now look at these warriors, they're there. We wear masks, we wear our we take so many precautions and all that. And these doctors, look at the karma that they are living. Look at the destiny that's getting unfolded in their life every single day, right? When they are treating these patients, helping them. So what is your deep down desire? How would you make use of your life? How would you make your life matter? Because every life matters. I will leave you with this note, with this question. Find out what your deep down desire is, because that is what is going to shape your destiny and become your destiny, if there is anything called destiny. All right then, all the best. I hope that I shared something that's useful to you. I'll see you soon. Take charge of your lives and take charge of your destinies. See you. You need not do something what people think is something very great. For example, leading a very big, movement related to cleaning up the oceans or the environment and all that. You can play any role in life, right? I happen to read this somewhere that even if even if you're given the job of a sweeper, right? It's okay, because that's also something beautiful. But then, if at all you're given the job of a sweeper, become so good at it, be so happy with it, and sweep so well that when angels look at the road that you would have swept, right? The angels from the heavens should shower flowers on it. I happened to read this, I think, long ago. So whatever you do, even if it is a security guard so well that the universe feels proud of you. And that is the reason why I tell people, no matter what role people are playing, please, or it's ridiculous to feel superior and, comparing yourself to others and feeling superior, looking down upon people. You're doing well and you don't talk to your security guard well. You feel superior to your security guard or your driver or the maid that comes home. That is, bluntly put, a low life. It's as simple as that. Because you see, everybody has a role to play, right? Right from your maid to your sweeper to everyone. Just imagine a life, let's say, if you do not have these roles and if nobody's ready to play these roles, the machinery, this world would get stuck, isn't it? So it's like a big machine, it's like an engine. Even a small piston plays a very important role. You cannot neglect it, right? So whatever you do, put your heart into it, put your life into it, all right? Set yourself on fire into it, whatever you do. But just make sure that it's good for you and it's good for everybody, regardless of their background. right? So go ahead, pick your destiny, get to know yourself, go deep inside, and also know you can be, do, and have whatever you want in life. Always remember that. I'll see you soon.